Speed learning is the process of acquiring new knowledge and skills rapidly. In today's fast-paced world, the ability to learn quickly is invaluable. Whether it's for career advancement, personal development, or staying competitive, speed learning can open up numerous opportunities. The concept isn't just about cramming information, it's about using effective techniques to understand and retain knowledge efficiently. This approach is crucial in an era where information overload is common. By mastering speed learning, individuals can adapt more swiftly to changes and demands. Moreover, speed learning helps in overcoming the traditional barriers of education. It democratizes learning, making it accessible to anyone willing to put in the effort. With the right methods, mastering new skills in days becomes a tangible goal. Chunking is a technique where information is broken down into smaller, manageable units. This method leverages the brain's ability to process and remember chunks of information more easily than large amounts of data. For instance, phone numbers are often memorized in chunks, like 555, 123, 4567. By organizing information into chunks, learners can improve their recall and understanding. This technique is particularly effective for complex subjects, where information can be overwhelming. Chunking allows learners to focus on one piece at a time, making the learning process less daunting. Studies have shown that chunking enhances working memory. It helps in structuring knowledge in a way that the brain finds easier to retain. This method is not just for memorization but also for conceptual understanding. In practical terms, chunking can be applied to any learning material. Whether it's breaking down a textbook chapter or segmenting a new language's vocabulary, this technique is versatile and highly effective. Spaced repetition is a learning technique where information is reviewed at increasing intervals. This method takes advantage of the brain's natural forgetting curve, ensuring that information is revisited just as it is about to be forgotten. This reinforces memory and aids long-term retention. To implement spaced repetition, learners can use tools like flashcards or apps designed for this purpose. These tools schedule reviews of information at optimal times, enhancing memory retention. The key is to review the material before it is completely forgotten, which helps in solidifying the knowledge. Scientific research supports the efficacy of spaced repetition. It has been found to be superior to massed practice, where information is crammed in a short period. Spaced repetition allows for better consolidation of knowledge in the brain. Practically, this technique can be applied to any study material. By scheduling regular reviews, learners can ensure that they retain information over the long term without the need for extensive relearning. Mnemonics are memory aids that help in encoding information in a way that makes it easier to recall. These can be acronyms, rhymes, or visual images that link new information to something already known. For example, the acronym HOMES helps remember the Great Lakes, Huron, Ontario, Michigan, Erie, Superior. Using mnemonics can simplify complex information. It transforms abstract or difficult to remember data into something more relatable and easier to recall. This technique is particularly useful in subjects that require memorization of lists, sequences, or large amounts of data. Mnemonics work by creating associations in the brain. These associations act as mental shortcuts, making retrieval of information more efficient. This method leverages the brain's natural ability to remember stories and vivid images better than plain facts. In practice, creating effective mnemonics requires a bit of creativity. The more unique and vivid the mnemonic, the more likely it is to be remembered. This technique can be adapted to suit individual learning styles and the specific material being learned. Section 5. Visualization Techniques. Visualization is a technique where learners create mental images to represent information. This method helps in understanding and remembering complex concepts by turning them into visual representations. For instance, visualizing the structure of an atom can aid in grasping its components and functions. The power of visualization lies in its ability to engage multiple senses. By seeing the information in the mind's eye, learners can create a more robust memory trace. This technique is particularly useful for visual learners who find it easier to understand and recall images than text. Scientific studies have shown that visualization can enhance learning and memory. The brain processes visual information more efficiently, making it a powerful tool for learning. This method can be used to simplify abstract concepts and make them more tangible. In practical terms, Visualization can be applied to various subjects. Whether it's creating mental maps for historical events or visualizing mathematical problems, this technique can make learning more interactive and engaging. Section 6. The role of mindset in speed learning. Mindset plays a crucial role in speed learning. A growth mindset, the belief that abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work, is essential. This contrasts with a fixed mindset, where abilities are seen as innate and unchangeable. Learners with a growth mindset embrace challenges and persist through setbacks. They view effort as a path to mastery and see failures as opportunities to learn. Section 7. Motivation, fuel for fast learning. Motivation is key in the speed learning process. Without it, even the best techniques may fall short. Motivation can be intrinsic, like a passion for the subject, or extrinsic, driven by rewards like grades or promotions. Understanding what motivates you helps in setting goals. Intrinsic motivation leads to deeper engagement, while extrinsic motivation provides the initial push. Set clear, achievable goals to sustain motivation. Celebrate small victories to boost confidence. Balance intrinsic and extrinsic factors for effective learning. Section 8. Practice makes perfect. The necessity of consistency. Consistency is a cornerstone of effective learning. Regular practice helps in reinforcing new knowledge and skills, making them more stable and retrievable. The saying "practice makes perfect" holds especially true for speed learning, where consistent effort leads to rapid progress. Establishing a routine can aid in maintaining consistency. Dedicating specific times of the day to practice and review can make the learning process more structured and disciplined. Over time, these regular sessions contribute to significant improvements. The concept of deliberate practice, where learners focus on improving specific aspects of their performance, is also crucial. This involves setting clear objectives for each practice session and working on areas that need improvement. Deliberate practice is more effective than passive repetition. In practical terms, consistency requires commitment and planning. By incorporating learning into daily routines and setting specific goals, learners can ensure continuous progress. This steady approach ultimately leads to mastery of new skills in a shorter time frame. Section 9. Scientific principles behind speed learning. Speed learning techniques are grounded in scientific principles. Understanding the brain's functioning enhances learning strategies. Neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to form new connections, is key. This adaptability supports improved learning with practice. Speed learning exploits this to optimize the process. Techniques like spaced repetition and multisensory learning enhance memory. These principles are backed by extensive research. Section 10. Real-life examples of speed learning. Real-life examples of speed learning abound, showcasing the effectiveness of these techniques. One notable example is that of language learning. Polyglots, individuals who speak multiple languages, often use methods like spaced repetition and mnemonics to learn new languages quickly. Another example is in the field of music. Musicians often use chunking and deliberate practice to master complex pieces. They break down the music into smaller sections, practice them individually, and then combine them to play the entire piece seamlessly. In the business world, professionals use speed learning techniques to stay ahead. For instance, entrepreneurs and executives often need to quickly grasp new concepts, from financial analysis to technological trends. Techniques like visualization and setting clear goals help them acquire these skills rapidly. These examples illustrate that speed learning is not confined to academic settings. It is a versatile approach that can be applied to various fields, enabling individuals to achieve mastery in a fraction of the time it would traditionally take. Section 11. Conclusion. Embracing speed learning techniques. In conclusion, speed learning techniques offer a powerful way to master new skills quickly. By employing methods like chunking, spaced repetition, mnemonics, and visualization, learners can optimize their study habits and achieve rapid progress. Mindset and motivation play crucial roles in sustaining this process, while consistency and scientific principles underpin its effectiveness. The benefits of speed learning are manifold. It allows individuals to adapt to new challenges, stay competitive, and continuously grow their knowledge and skills. In a world where time is a valuable resource, mastering speed learning can provide a significant advantage. I encourage you to try these techniques and see the difference they can make in your learning journey. Embrace the process, stay motivated, and watch as you master new skills in days, opening up a world of opportunities.